But all this shit happening, and I know it's niggas getting killed and all this shit, and I don't know all what I'm speaking about, but it's coming from a surface level. If we could all just work together, going from racist white people or racist black people or anything like that with people who have differences. Imagine if everybody worked together. Minnesota would be on. Like we have over 50 artists that could be mainstream, but half of them won't work together because of the color they wear, because of the shit they do with their fingers. Like that should just be stupid, bro. I don't know. That should be blowing me.
Industry keep trying to call me, how they get my information. Never drove a range, but been in one, that shit just motivation. I just bagged the hoe and left the crib.
As you guys see, we got a little different setup today.
Glee.
Got my man Qmoe in the building. New water wave interview
Glee.
setup. Shout out to Jedzilla manifesting this motion.
Dead
You seen the
ass.
shirt when we walked in.
Shout out Jed. He's not
What?
even out yet, so don't ask.
Yeah.
It's a special one-on-one.
Might have to do the LOL.
What we doing?
Fruit punch.
You know what?
Hey man, we're here with Qmoe. Ooh, I know you heard that.
I know y'all heard that.
Hey, I know a lot of people want to know. They want to know your story. They see you going crazy. Probably think you've been doing it for years, forever. Dan over there fucking up the audio already. When we asked him to be quiet, you're over here just squeaking the loudest door.
I mean, Dan don't do that for you. DanK, you know, he gonna do that for you. He got you with that for sure.
He gonna make sure you do at least one thing.
One thing. He gonna do everything right. One thing gonna mess up, just something minor, just a little minor something. It's okay though.
Well, first thing I want to know, when did you get into music? Like when did you freestyle the first time and you were like, shit, I can actually do this shit?
Probably like freestyle, probably like 8th grade, 7th grade, like just like messing around. And then I'd say like I got in the booth for real, like not even booth, I got like to recording for real, like my first time in like 11th grade. I like dropped some SoundCloud music, stuff like that, and went up. Like it wasn't like I was getting like 200 plays, like it went up. And then I kind of just stopped. But then I'd say like the year after I graduated in 2021, I started like really rapping.
So you graduated high school in 2021.
And then I'd say like that, when the fall came in, I was like, all right, I'm gonna rap.
And then it started,
Yeah.
so 2021 fall. So where were we in 2023 now? How long has it been? How long, like, it was like just over a year, right?
I dropped my first thing, it'll be 2 years. Like I started really rapping, focusing. It'll be 2 years in January.
Okay.
So about a year and a half.
You made a post on Instagram. I think you surpassed 1 million views on SoundCloud within the first year. That was a goal of yours, right? That you're trying to do.
Yeah, I was trying to. When I first started, I was like, by the end of the year, I'm trying to average 20,000 stream to drop. And I only dropped like 10 things that year, 1 million views. So definitely did that. That was smooth. I had a couple like super viral things go up on SoundCloud.
So you started. Did people know you as like a rapper in high school, even though you started really releasing after?
Nah, I was more just like I wouldn't say like a character, but like people knew me. Like I was still I was Qmoe in high school. Like that was my nickname. That's my name. Like Qmoe is just like my first and last name mashed together type thing. So I'd say people knew I could like rap. Like I released music. People were like, oh, why don't you rap for real? Like, bro, you released that song. It was low key like amazing. I was like, bro, like everybody be rapping. And then they're like, yeah, facts. So I kind of just laid off it. But then I graduated and I had time on my hands. So that's when I was like, bet.
What made you flip the switch and be like? Was it just that you had free time and you were bored, or what made you flip the switch and be like, I'm actually going to rap and drop music?
I think it was like to be honest, I met Munchie. It was probably Munchie. Because I met Munchie and then he gave me my first like mix. And so when I heard my first mix, I was like, damn, like that shit could go crazy. Like I'm really trying to do that. Wow, we got Gora outside.
I mean,
Hey, Gora outside.
Yeah.
Shout out
we
Gora.
on Qmoe Ave right now. We in the front of the waterway store. We're probably gonna have some. We almost need a. Oh, you might be able. Depending on if Gora came in or not.
Shout out Gora. Hey, Gora. Get right there. Get right there.
See if you can see it on this camera.
Yeah, y'all can see my boy Gora.
I mean, if you see him.
Bro, Gora engineered. He engineered.
Oh, let me turn that off. We ain't fucking with that. We ain't dealing with this right now.
Shout out Gora, man. We got like 25 one-take freestyles, bro. It's crazy.
I mean, but get back to when did you? So, why did you decide to become a rapper then? Because you said everybody's a rapper when you're in high school, but then
I think it was like basically once I started really like seeing traction on my stuff, like I dropped like this song called "Coming In Freestyle" and Bunnies, and it got like 5-6K like on some like slight, and people were like, "Yo, this is fire." I had a bunch of people like, "Yo, bro, like I really like your music," and so it was more than just like it was more than just like a kind of like a hobby. It turned into like, okay, people are asking me to make music, and then I dropped 2 singles, and then boom, I dropped this Back Again freestyle, and it got like 100,000 streams on SoundCloud like within the first like week or two. And so I was like, all right, bro, let me lock in. Like, why wouldn't I? Like, I'm getting traction. I gotta try it at least. So that's how that went. And then I just started dropping.
how did you gain an initial fan base then? Like, was it just because I know we did one video in the past where it was like me, you, Dan,
Right.
and 612 Mac. That's what he goes
Yeah,
by
oh,
online.
bro, oh, bro.
We all did a podcast together, so I kind of learned that you guys were throwing parties and shit.
Yeah.
But how did you gain? Like, were you just like a really likable guy? Like, you just had a lot of people that fucked with you in high school to
It
get
was
that initial
kinda
fan base, or
like-
like how did it work?
It was kind of like, so I had that likable personality, and there was those other people who didn't like me because I was a dumbass in high school, so I used to be doing stupid stuff. So everybody knew me, and then it was kind of like when I started doing something good, people paid attention, and then with all that Snapchat presence and like the Instagram presence, all that, like coming from high school, because like that's super heavy.
Yeah.
It's like they see it all on there. And then all my homies from high school are like, yo, we're gonna start messing with this. They send it to their college friends that they just went to college. We start messing with this, boom, boom, boom. Now I got like 200-300 people like steady posting my music, like, cause they're like
Fine.
word spread fast type thing.
And you say started doing something good. Did you get in trouble in high school or
Never with the school really, just more like
just being
getting
a
in
bad
trouble
kid?
with my parents, cause thank God my mom was catching me first before the police did type thing. Just cause like my OG was very heavy on the do your school, and I don't really care. But I wasn't really doing my school. I was really focused on like smoking weed, having sex, like being that cool guy, being at parties, stuff like that. But now it's like it's a totally different way. Like it's a different way of life now because I'm
Got your
using
mind on track of what you want to do.
yeah, like it's like I'm doing the same things kind of, but in a different manner. Like
With a purpose.
Yeah, when it comes to like all that type of stuff, like throwing parties for a purpose to make you know all our stuff come together, promote our stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of throwing parties, you and Dan been friends for a while. Who is DanK?
DanK is, I would consider him my right hand man, kind of like I would say people say like sidekick. I've heard someone say like he's kind of like your sidekick. We're like the same, like we're right there. Like me, and without him, there's no me. Without me, there's no him. Like that's how we like to put it. It's kind of like I've known Dan since I was in first grade, and then like we were kind of just like school buddies going on, and then we switched middle schools, and we stayed connected, and then high school came, and we really linked up, and we're like, bro, we've known each other our whole life. Like we should start throwing parties. We should start doing this. We both go to different high schools in the same city. Like let's start doing that. We throwing parties and stuff. We graduate. We start our YouTube, the DTM stuff. Like just going through a bunch of entertainment phases, and then we came out here. I won that freestyle stuff, like just like meeting y'all, and I was like, I'm gonna do this rap stuff, and he's like, okay, well let me actually promote that. And I could promote you at my parties and da da da. So we basically just bounce off each other. It's like going bounce, 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 bounce until we get to the top. Basically.
What was like the do too much? Because I feel like when I first met you, that was like something that you guys were doing.
Do too much was like just like you do too much. It was like a YouTube basically. We were trying to be like the Black Milk Boys, like basically. So it was fun. A lot of people tell me I have a personality, which is just like me being myself. Like I'm a very goofy nigga. Like I'm a very like I'm serious, but like it's never that serious. So I'm just like super all over the place. So I love that YouTube shit. But then it was kind of just like more vlogging instead of like scripted stuff. It was just like, oh, we outside doing too much. Like people caught on. People were saying DTM, stuff like that. And then we kind of just, we're growing up, not seeing any money from it. So we were like, all right, we gotta do some real life. And then that's when that rap stuff came up, literally.
Yeah, it's crazy. So let's go back to the time that we met, right?
Oh,
Or I guess
bro.
maybe we met virtually. I guess because I think the first time we met would have been after the live stream.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So Waterwave, if you guys didn't know, we do these live streams where sometimes we do like a talent show. People come on and they rap or backflips. There's been people that have smoked on there to show
Right.
whatever. There's a bunch of cool stuff happened on these live streams. And one time Tracing, whatever, told you to join one, right? Or
Yeah,
put
he
you
was
on
like-
one. He's like, yo, join, come in. And you freestyled, and it was super tough. And then we went through the night, and then people were like, get Qmoe back in there. You came back
bro.
in, did your thing, boom, boom, boom. And then we end up, I ended up meeting you, I think, at the show. Was that that was the Lorado show and Cashinova show, I think?
Yeah.
The one that Trayson brought you out to?
Was that Bobby?
I don't know if it was Bobby. Did you perform at Bobby Ross?
Pretty sure.
If you did, then that was
I don't think
before.
I was on the poster.
No, you weren't on the.
And so
because
that-
you
yeah.
were on the poster for that. Yeah, so that was Bobby Rap's show that you
Yo,
came out
bro,
to.
yeah.
Trayson brought you out for that, and that was the first time I met you in person. But what was going through your head when you joined our live stream? Like this is before we even met, and said any word to each other. Like, what was you're joining what's in
It
your
was
head?
kind of like Trayson told me like, yo, bro, like they're go on and freestyle, and I was like, I'm not gonna lie. Before I started rapping, I was a very cocky person. So I was like, boy, I'm finna hop on this mug and go crazy, and I'm finna become famous overnight, and da 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 da. And then I joined the live, and it's hella people in there, and I'm like, oh shit. And I'm in there, and people are in their studio, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm in my room, like, oh hell no, I'm about to play this shit off my TV. Oh hell no, I'm joining in this bitch. Fuck it. What's good, bro? And then you just like play the beat, and I'm like, shit. Click. Start rapping, close my eyes. I'm like, oh yeah, it's busting. Just started, because it was kind of just like, bro, like you could, like I know I can rap, but then it's like I got to make sure they know, because this is my I was basically like, this is my one chance. I got to go crazy. So I feel like I went crazy.
No, you
I
did.
feel like I went crazy.
I remember I didn't know much about you or like how you acted or your demeanor or anything like at all about you, but
bro.
like I remember following you, DM'd you, was like, yeah, we gotta work. And I remember after that you were like tripping on me about getting on the Bobby Rap show or something.
I was like,
you were like,
put
put me on the show, like I'll pull up, and I was like, well, it's a 21 plus show, like you're 18, like
I was I think I was 17. I might have been no, I was 18 if I
yeah,
graduated.
because I was like, you definitely have a good crowd, but I don't know if it's like, a 21 plus crowd.
Yeah,
And I remember that's when we had the conversation, and like I remember you was just like,
I was like, bro,
he
you
was
weird
angry.
as hell. I was like, bro, you weird as hell. How I'm
Yeah.
gonna win this freestyle? You're not gonna put me on. It's because Trayson was amping to me. He was like, Trayson was like, bro, if you win, he gonna put you on the show for sure. He gonna put you on there. And I was
Trayson
like,
love
okay,
amping.
bet. Bro, yeah, no, Trayson, my dog, literally. For people who don't know, me and Trayson literally live together. We got a crib. Like we be lit. Like
carrying on the water wave.
yeah, we be turned. We the most
house
turned light
vibes.
skins in the city. I'm not gonna lie. That's crazy. The two most turned light skins, because I'm a real light skin. Trayson's a real light skin. That's what he likes
He be
to say.
posting all the time about fake likes.
Yeah, because they be fake light skins. Like,
What does that even mean?
you would, if you know, you know.
Okay, I'll have to ask Trayson because he be saying it the most.
For real.
So since then, like we've done a lot of cool stuff together. We've done like a lot of shows, especially with Dan too.
Shout out DanK.
But we've done like at least like
Over
I don't
10.
know, like I mean, yeah, water wave events at least like 7 to 10 somewhere in
Yeah.
there, and then some that were like one-offs with like Dan and your friends and your crew.
Yeah,
And,
bro.
but yeah, speak on like performing at shows and stuff, and like maybe the dynamic between you and Dan, because
Yeah.
that was one big thing that I was interested in becoming and being your manager, is because you had a crew. It's like where I'm at, because I'm like obviously trying to push Waterwave and my brand and my team members and all of us as well. So it's like it's kind of hard to work with an artist that doesn't have a crew.
yeah,
It's
literally.
not So you had the crew, and even at the time you had the DTM crew too. So it was
bro.
okay. They're doing content. He's already in that bag. Like
Yeah.
they're throwing parties and stuff. But yeah, talk to me about like performing, like how much that has changed from when you first started till now and all that type of stuff.
Bro, my first performance was so weak. Like, I thought I was so lit, but I feel like performing is kind of like a natural thing. Like, you can't really just like go out and like be like, okay, I got to do this, and this on the stage. Then it looks like you choreographed your thing. Like, I came up the first time nervous, head was down, I wasn't holding the mic right. Staying more to one side of the stage, kind of rapping to the ground. And then now it's kind of like I get up there and it's like, people are there for you. So it's like you have to give them a show. You just got to be yourself. So that's what I started doing on stage. I think my first good performance was at Trace's show because I knew
That
like
was
I
a good
had
one.
like 150 people in the crowd. Like I
Yeah.
sold hella tickets, and I was like, all right, bro. And then once I did that, I was like, I got to perform like that every time. And so ever since then, I feel like I'm one of the best performers in the city. Like when it comes to like really controlling a crowd, like niggas be on their phones when people are like
Yeah.
performing. Like,
No,
like
yeah, that's what I was wondering, kind of like how you, if you've always been that way. But you said you was a little nervous at the beginning,
yeah, I was.
obviously.
It was more nervous. Like, damn, like I don't know none of these people. What if they think I'm ass?
Yeah, if they
Like,
don't know you, they don't know your music, you don't know
yeah,
them. Are
literally.
they even here to see a performance?
Yeah,
Like,
literally. That, and then I did that because "On Me" was the first song I ever performed. Because Tracy was like, "Yo, do that "On Me" joint that you sent me," because I didn't even release that. And then after I performed it, and people were like, "Yo, that shit hard." I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's busting." Started getting more confidence and shit like that. But even at parties, like in high school, I feel like that's where it translated from just being in the middle of that dance circle or like, always like, yo, like we doing this, like change the song, just like leader, being a leader type thing. If you a leader, I feel like you can really control a crowd.
yeah,
So,
yeah. That's a. I've definitely you've definitely gotten better at performing too, especially you and
bro,
Dan as like a combo, and even like us, like being Waterwave and like being the host with Dan and you, like we all kind of like know how we work now.
no cap.
Especially with like doing a lot of events at the Poorhouse, like we kind of have like okay, this is good, this is not good. Like when we do this, this works better, and then others. Do you have a favorite concert moment?
I'd say probably when we sold out at our first like when me and Dan had thrown that show and
It was
we
like Dan's
sold out.
birthday and your first, like
Yeah,
you and Dan's first show you guys put together
ever
yourself,
we
basically.
ever threw. Like we never like did like like hosted by DanK, performance by Qmoe. So I was like, we were super like nervous about that shit. Like we were like, damn, like we promoting this shit hella. We gotta sell this shit out. And then the day before or the day of, when we got that ticket thing, like when it tells you your online tickets, it said we sold out like online. So I was like, oh shit. And then just getting there after my last song, I was on stage and I was literally like y'all could probably go. It's on my YouTube. Like if y'all go and watch
That was
that
a cool
vlog,
vlog.
yeah. If y'all go and watch that vlog, shout out Real Raw Productions for putting that together. That shit, like at the end of that, it was literally like just like we really just
Yeah.
did that
Was
shit.
that the night that, or that was is that when that was a vlog where they put he had like the cool intros, like the little anime
Yeah,
intro
bro.
things,
Yeah,
right?
he had Real Raw went crazy with that. He really captured it
I remember that.
because that was a crazy night. That was a crazy night
Yeah, and
for
then we did the
sure.
Halloween one after that. That night was fun too.
That one, I'm pretty sure that sold out too.
No, yeah, that was
Literally,
well past sold out.
yeah,
If there is a sold out
yeah.
for creative.
Creative Minneapolis.
You know I think they're moving to
Yeah,
a
I'm
different
pretty sure they
location.
shut
Yeah,
down.
shout out them. I remember when they built up. They was going. I was
We
like, this
had
is gonna be
them
good.
bussing.
I was like, it's gonna be good for the city because it's like a smaller venue that you can, and it's like not tax, and you can
Right.
you can just call it and book or walk in and book.
Oh,
So yeah,
bro.
shout out them.
Yeah, because that was a smooth venue.
I really liked our first Ave 7th Street entry show though, like with
Oh,
you,
that was
Trace, and
lit.
Vino like as like the
Yeah,
headliners.
that was lit. That
That
was
shit was
super
lit.
lit.
That was like one of my favorite vibes we've ever had. Like it was like as if you were there, like you was a real like
Fan,
Waterwave
bro.
supporter of
Like,
like everything that we got going on and all the artists that are underneath Waterwave.
because yeah, hella people were there knowing like everyone on stage. Like it wasn't just like like we're waiting for
Like I'm just out here because like there's some like yeah there wasn't no waiting for nobody yeah but I guess yeah
bro.
for some people that don't even know we have like a crew of artists over here like
Right.
Qmoe, Trayson, Kelvino, Jay Fontaine, Lost EMP are like our 5 guys that are like on the Waterwave team. So that's why you see some people I think get a little confused when they see the same like 3-4 names on a lot of our shows and they get a little like mad because they think Waterwave is supposed to just be like a platform that puts on for
Niggas be
everybody.
eating.
But that's just the explanation behind why you'll see those 3, 4, 5 names on a lot of our shows, mixed in
Yeah,
with like support to help either push the headliner or just to fill the vibe that we're trying to do that night. But that's like, yeah.
that's
For
like
all you that
another
might not
thing
know.
I was trying to. I had a conversation with someone. They were like, how did you get Waterwave to like mess with you, bro? Like they don't be posting my stuff or they don't do this, they don't do that. And I'm like, bro, I was in their draw. Like I was right here. That's a lot of things. Talking to artists like type thing. If you want to get noticed by anybody, the way is definitely not to be like, fuck them, they didn't respond to my DM. Like
Yeah.
coming from a nigga who a year and a half wasn't shit, just work hard, bro. Like just just put your shit out there, bro. It's really not that hard to be a genuine, humble nigga. Go get that bag, put work in. That way you have something to show for it. Cause it's way different when other people are like telling you, like you're him, like yo, like you're like that. Your music's fire. You need to be. Everybody need to be posting you rather than you just being like, I'm fire.
Yeah.
I'm this. I'm that. I'm that. Everyone knows.
Yeah, no, a lot of the stuff that like we have like multiple guys that post like promo stuff on our page or
Right.
blog stuff on our page now. But for a lot of stuff, when I see is like, oh, this person's buzzing because a lot of people are talking about it. Like, let me post about it.
Right.
It's like not like nobody on like Say Cheese's team is gonna look through DMs and be like, yo, I'm an upcoming rapper from whatever city. Like,
Literally.
fuck with me. You're not just gonna get posted.
Literally.
Like one, it's like a business for in one side of things. Like obviously, Waterwave at some point has to become a business rather than just like a local repost. And like you've seen it. Like I mean, like we were just in Vegas doing esports stuff. We were in Chicago doing SneakerCon. Like
Motion.
At the very least, we're like a content creation company with like a team of guys that all push in our own alleys in the music scene
Right.
and the music and video scene and podcast scene and gaming scene, clothing scene.
Bro.
We have all these alleys that we push, and it's like the promo and the reposting of people's music is just a very small sliver of the actual full-on brand.
No cap.
And it's like shit. At the end of the day, like we wouldn't be able to do this shit without having to make some money off this type of shit.
No cap.
Having to be some type of exclusiveness to it and whatnot. But yeah, no, you've definitely helped Waterwave grow a lot. I'm glad to be able to watch you grow.
Vice versa.
Like we've definitely been eating off of each other.
Bro.
I've seen you've been you be with the Kari and UKNOIT a lot too. Talk
Shout
about
out
them.
UKNOIT.
They seem like they've been helping you out a lot recently too.
They like, that's more like how I would explain it is like, so Kari's my nigga, and I met Kari I met Kari, like I think we made some money together, like just on some shit, like we was making money and shit. And then I was like, yeah, you cool as hell, bro. Like, we need to start linking, like, mad shit like that. And he's like, yeah, I make music, your music fire, da-da-da. Like, we kind of locked in like that. The Tracing show happened. Damn.
About time that guy left.
The Tracing show happened, though. And then, so basically me and Kari locked in first. And then I started going over to Red Sea. So shout out big homie AK, because that's AK shit. And I started going there, recording stuff like that with JTC, because we had met out at night at on our own crib. And so it was kind of like just a bunch of connections. And then I'm just in the store. I'm like, oh, Kari, you be recording here? Like, what the fuck? And y'all, you be here? Like, what the fuck? And so I started recording there because we could smoke in there. And so that was when the Waterwave, that's when the
CBD.
studio was getting. Yeah, well, duh. Well, actually.
And e-cigarettes.
Yeah, I was smoking vape in there. Yeah, anyway. And so that was when this studio was under construction. So I was like, okay, damn, I got to record over here. And then me and Kari was making music. And then Kari's a part of UKNOIT. So they was always around. And they're like, who the fuck is this light-skinned nigga? Like, you always with this nigga. I'm like, yeah, nigga, I'm gonna be here. I'll fuck with y'all. Like, what's y'all name, nigga? Like, fuck, what's good? Because I'm not the type of nigga to just be like, oh, yeah, my name's Qmoe. I rap. Nah,
people
nigga.
like that don't. It's harder for people like that to make it far. Like,
My name's Qmoe. I rap. What y'all names? Oh, we UKNOIT. Da da da. What y'all got going on? Oh, okay, for sure. Me and my boys be throwing parties. Y'all need to pop out. They started just getting around. They started fucking with me on some big homie shit, looking out for me, just like day-to-day shit. Not even on no music shit. Like, a lot of people think you got to be making music with somebody to lock in on the music side. Like, if I don't fuck with you, I'm not making music with you. And so they kind of took me in like, yeah, little homie, we got you, nigga, type shit. And they recognize that I'm fucking with Waterwave and all that shit. Then I don't know, yeah, nigga, pick us. Nah, they're my big homies. Like, we family type shit. So shout out UKNOIT. Shout out Kari for sure. He on the tape.
Yeah, oh yeah. Let's and also don't want to breeze over JTC too much because I know you guys have been working or too fast. I know you guys have been working together, but how's it been working with Joey?
Joey is probably like one of the he's one of those people in Minnesota who need to like not be praised because like that's some eat shit, but like praised like on some shit. Like he could really do any and everything that people be saying like, oh, I can do this, I could do that. He could do it all. Like coming from one person. He really showed me like tough love. Like he never yes man me. A lot of people be like, yeah, you fire, like da da da. He'll be like, yeah, you fire, bro, but you should work on this or you should work on that because then you'd be 2 times more fire. Like so just shit like that. I started working with him. His beats are fucking crazy. He can make whatever in a little amount of time, literally. So JTC is just, he's raw, bro. Producing side, raw. His engineering is real good, and he can rap. So
Yeah, I've been enjoying seeing Joey's career this past year, like with the music, him releasing music now. Because I've always known about him, but I don't even know if I ever had a conversation with him for like the first year or two we met. Cause he was always
yeah, he a
quiet in the
quiet dude.
studio. It seems like since he's been releasing music, he's kind of been like
He gotta be.
he's been talking a little bit more and being a little more outgoing because he kind of
bro.
have to be.
Yeah, if you want to be on
But
the
you
rapper
said
side.
Kari's on the album. I want to talk about the LOL album. The LOL saying theme
bro.
has been a thing for like a
LOL.
year. It seems like is it maybe not even a year, but like at least like a while.
Probably like 3 months, 4 months, bro.
Since you've been saying LOL. What? 'Cause
Yeah,
you
first
said
time
it at the
first half.
first half. That was like your first time
time.
you like branded it.
Yeah.
So it's been maybe 4 months, so that was February. We're in yeah. So
I probably
LOL.
said it. I was saying it like on some like I used to be like just out and be late at night and we'd be doing some cool shit. I'd be like LOL. It's the spaces. That the space, it's LOL. It's not LOL. It's not capital L. Like no, it's LOL. Like,
When you first said that phrase, did you know it was gonna have a deeper meaning to it, or you were just saying it to be fun, have fun, whatever?
not gonna lie, I was under the influence and then I was just like, well, LOL with spaces in it. Looked funny. And then posted it and then woke up and like 25 people swiped up like LOL, like haha, like oh my god. I was like, what? And then posted it the next weekend. Like I was just like, okay, that's my little thing type thing.
Yeah, just almost like it had that energy without even putting the energy into
Bro,
it.
literally, I was like, hold on, y'all like that?
And then
All right, for
when
sure.
did you know? So you've obviously you've probably been thinking about trying to put out a project or an album since you started making music.
Yeah.
But when did you realize like I'm gonna call my album LOL?
It was really, what's funny is like I've got a bunch of music because I freestyle, so I have a bunch of music, and it's just like I was like, damn, I gotta drop an album. I was gonna drop like a 25 song like project like 6 months ago, but then I was like, why would I do that? Like I need to capitalize and drop singles and da da da. And then I'm just sitting down like, dang, bro, I gotta drop a project this summer at least on my birthday or something, a little something. Ask people what I should do. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do like 10, 15 songs. And then I'm like, well, what am I gonna name it? I was like, damn, like first year done or like some
Yeah, I
about
remember
like,
we were talking about names
yeah,
for a
just
minute.
like cheesy stuff that I was trying to make something click.
Yeah.
And then as that was going on, that LOL stuff was becoming its own thing. And so when I talked about it again, I was like, bro, I'm gonna call it LOL. Like what? And then the whole thing with LOL is at first it didn't have a meaning. And then the meaning kind of just made itself. And so when is this podcast gonna drop?
Either right before or right after. So
Okay, well, if it drops before, bleep this out. But basically, it made its own self, and it was Lost on Life. And so that was me.
because you haven't dropped the front of the album.
No,
cover
I ain't
yet.
dropped none of that. So basically, Lost on Life is me being. I started rapping a year and a half ago. Fast forward from the start point to 6 months, I got almost 1 million streams. I'm doing shows, doing a bunch of stuff. I'm out in Minneapolis with you guys. I'm meeting a bunch of people. Fast forward 6 months again, I'm selling out even more shows. I got another 1 million views. I'm making money. I'm moving out of my house. Like I'm getting my own car, like all this stuff. 6 months later, I'm doing something totally different. If you go day to day, it's a bunch of stuff. I'm really just lost on this life concept because a bunch of stuff is just coming at me. And it's not lost in life. That's negative. Like people are going to think it's like, oh, he's lost. Like, no, I'm lost on life. Almost like high on life. Like lost on life. And that's the LOL. It kind of just made itself.
Yeah.
So,
and I will definitely we'll drop this like the day after the album because I want them to hear that.
yeah.
Where are we at on
most
time
definitely.
right now? What like clock? What time is it?
You're good. Oh, it's 7:30.
Okay.
7:34.
Okay, we got time. We're doing a little video shoot after this for the LOL album. So that's
Trailer.
why I'm asking if this thing could cut up.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But so who's all on the album? You
So
you
we
dropped the track
got
list, but just for the people that haven't seen that part yet.
JTC produced five of the tracks, maybe 4 if I'm not mistaken. DanK's got a little something on my first song.
So I was excited to see that.
Yeah, people think he's not rapping on mine. Dan not rapping on my song. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what people thought, but yeah, Dan's on it. Dan's a feature. Shout out Dan. We got Twos on it. We hate Twos. Toozy, my boy. He one of the hardest underground artists out here on that flow, on that like Destroy Lonely, Ken Carson, like that underground. He's hard, so had to get him on there. Mac OC, Afrobeat guy. He's He's really good with his voice. He know how to sing for real. He can perform like shit too. So I peeped that. Then we got who else I got on there? Kari. Me and Kari got a hit on there. And then I'm trying to think.
Wonder and Steenie.
Wonder and Steenie produced "Can We Blow." That's one of my favorite songs on the tape. That shit goes crazy. We made that at Wonders. Literally, shout out Wonder, shout out Steenie. I'm trying to think. Rocket. He helped JTC produce that 2 Turn 2 with me and Tuesday. So shout out him. And then who else I got on there? I hope I'm not forgetting nobody.
I think that's it. You don't have very many features on there.
Yeah, I don't think I tried to just keep it to the people I know in real life, and a lot of people. I didn't even put Munchie on the tape because me and Munchie tried to make a new song because we got a bunch of songs, but I didn't want to put any because it was just like I've heard those like we got to make some new shit. We did it, but we gonna fuck them up after the drop in July with some singles and shit.
Yeah, let's talk about Munchie too a little bit.
Bro.
I know Munchie. When I first met you, he was like engineering a lot of your music. He still does like some engineering for you, right? Because I know Joey does a lot of it too. But speak on how or who is Munchie? You know,
So
like how I
Munchie-
did it for Dan.
Munchie from the 6. I think he just changed his name. I told him don't change his name. Y'all need to stop trolling my mans. He was Munchie before Munch came out. Y'all need to stop saying that. But it's yeah.
Ice Spice.
Yeah,
man.
literally. But anyway, Munchie is an engineer. He's a artist. He's the coldest artist. He's raw. He's Munchie better than all y'all niggas. He 18. He just graduated high school this year. He basically helped me find my sound and made me comfortable with recording and like I didn't even know what punching in was or like equalizing your voice or like any of that shit. He taught me all that shit, and he kind of just like he's my little nigga too. So it's kind of like learning from somebody who younger than you sometimes can be hard, and he was always good with that shit. And he's just been with me every step of the way, solid. Whenever I need him, he there for me. Vice versa. So Munchie really, like I said, damn my right hand man. Munchie damn near my left hand. Like he, no matter what, I'm usually if I'm making music, it's starting with Munchie. Like rough draft start with Munchie type shit. And then if I need like a beat or something and we make it in-house, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, Joey, we got to do this. So they going to start working together soon. And that's just going to be too much.
It's good. I like how you've been working with a lot of people. That's one thing that Minnesota is like. The people that get their name buzzing the fastest or in the best way possible usually is when like they're working with other people. And you don't even necessarily have to like drop 100 features with everybody, but like just being in rooms with people, like working with someone like JTC and meeting people in there, like, oh, you record here too, like shit
Niggas
like
think
that.
they're famous.
Like you don't even have to necessarily be making music with people, like or shit that has to be released and pushed. Like you just be if you're in the rooms with people and they're just meeting them and they get to hear your shit, you get to hear your shit. Like it's just more of just like being involved in the music scene together is like a big thing.
What's crazy, what you saying that is like dead ass. Me and Trayson didn't make a song until like last month.
Yeah,
I've known
how much
Trayson
shit you
for
guys have done together.
like me and Trayson have ran it up for real. Like we be outside doing our music together. Like we do all that shit. We live together. Like you don't got to make music with somebody to lock in and like help push each other. That's that shit, bro. Like a lot of people think that's another thing. A lot of people think I'm gang tied or some shit. Like they be putting me in a lane. Like I'm not. I'm confused on why I made that song with Tarzan. After that, niggas were calling me West Side. Niggas was doing all that shit. Y'all niggas be fanning. Like just make music, bro. Like music is music. That gang shit is a whole nother thing. Just because you making music with somebody from a certain street don't mean you this or that. Like y'all niggas be fanned out. That should be like imagine if Tarzan and Skeet made a song together. Or somebody from over there, the hottest nigga on this side versus the hottest nigga on that side. That shit'll get 5 million views because them niggas already getting 1 million views by themselves. Imagine if they was going crazy. But all this shit happening, and I know it's niggas getting killed and all that shit, and I don't know all what I'm speaking about, but it's coming from a surface level. If we could all just work together, going from racist white people or racist black people or anything like that with people who have differences. Imagine if everybody worked together. Minnesota would be on. Like we have over 50 artists that could be mainstream, but half of them won't work together because of the color they wear, because of the shit they do with their fingers. Like that should just be stupid, bro. I don't know. That should be blowing me. Yeah. So if a nigga ever come up to me and ask me if I'm from somewhere, I'm from Woodbury, Minnesota, the suburbs. My mom get money. We cool. I'm from the burbs. Like you mean not west, not east, not north, not south. Fuck you, mean I'm from Minnesota, Woodbury, Minnesota.
I feel that. What do you think of like the Minnesota music scene besides people not collabing, like or even the entertainment scene out here? Because I think it all kind of goes together, like with the clubs and the concerts and the artists that do make it out of here, and like but the fan, the people, like the type of concerts that do well. Like, what do you think about Minnesota?
I feel like Minnesota is super like I feel like Minnesota talented as shit and super versatile, and I also feel like Minnesota is almost like youth. Like they have a lot of youth. A lot of places like that, like their artists be like 25, 26, 27. I feel like we got a lot of 19, 20, 21-year-old artists that are out here. So that's cool. And it's not really like a flow out here. So I'm fucking with that. Like that's still to be stamped. So like a lot of room. I fuck with how Minnesota has a lot of room to be you. Like I fuck with that.
It can mold into like what we still want to be.
Yeah, bro. Like it's not like, oh, you in ATL, you got to rap like Future in them or like Young Thug in them. But like only downfall is literally that clicky stuff. Like just I don't want to work with him because of this, or I don't want to work with him because of that. That shit just kind of be weird. And the fakeness, like the seeing you in person, oh, it's all love, and then like that over the phone, or vice versa, like over the phone, oh, it's all love in person, it's not nothing. Like people be too scared to voice their opinions out here.
There's a lot of hypocritical people too.
Yeah, for real.
Like not get on a platform or even just in person and be like, I fuck with that person or I love everybody, and then you just know that that's not what they're saying behind the scenes.
That's why niggas fall off. I'm not gonna lie. Like it be the people who be faking it till they make it that be falling off, because it's like once you get up there and you really get tested, like it's not that sweet, bro. Like all that chat and all that shit behind people's back gonna come right back in full circle.
No, definitely have had plenty of people be like, yo, this person said this about you. Be like, damn.
Same niggas trying to get a feature or like trying to do a
that
show
like
or
dap you up every time they see you or say they fuck with you and shit like that.
Weird, bro. That's that Minnesota sickness. Ass.
And Minnesota's small, so you'll say one bad thing to the wrong person, they gonna let the person if they fuck with that person that you talking down on, they gonna tell you. Speaking of art, you said that there's a lot of talent out here. LOL. Oh yeah, we got the LOL Air Forces in stock, $700 used. Qmoe's foot was in it.
Oh, bro, they were.
Who you say who's going crazy right now? Give me like a top 5 like right now, like not of all time by any means, but just like a top 5 like of people that are going crazy to show some flowers out, whatever you want to do.
Number 1, Munchie, the most talented artist in Minnesota. He gonna drop some shit this summer too, so I won't have to say it. Niggas can just listen. And then Skeet, number 2. He got Minnesota in the chokehold.
Yeah, he didn't seem like he had that Vezo show pretty good.
Yeah, he going crazy, bro. I can't go online without seeing his shit. So that's true. He's going crazy. I put me third, right there. I'm trying to go crazy too. Fourth, I probably put Aubrey King raw. So Aubrey King, I'm gonna have to put him
really
fourth. He just dropped some pretty much. That shit, I've listened to that shit 400 times. He's so different, bro. And he be with that KC group or whatever. Like, them niggas, he raw, bro. He raw. Niggas be sleep on him for sure. His image, everything, he go crazy. And then number 5, I probably put Kari, K4R. Kari the General. Shout out him. Kari raw as hell. He could do that. He like damn near the Lil Durk of Minnesota. Like he can really sing damn near, but then he can rap. And he don't be singing like, oh no, woe is me. He be singing about some real street shit. So I be fucking with that. And then shit, if I could put JTC up in there, I would too. Or any triple threat producer, engineer, artist that is actually good with that shit, like a professional
good at all
sound.
3 things.
Yeah, like really good with that shit, because that shit's hard to come by. But JTC like that. He like the top of them niggas, because I don't know a lot of people who can do that. Gore like that too. Gore can really go crazy. I've been fucking
with Gore's music recently.
Gore go crazy. Gore go crazy. He was one of the first people I ever recorded with.
Oh, fire.
Besides Munchie, yeah.
That's fine.
Don't kill me about that top 5 either.
Oh yeah, it's his opinion, and that's what's going on right now. I mean, you can't. I mean, it's a pretty good list. You can't deny what Skeet's doing right now. Yourself is going crazy. Munchie is obviously like probably a sleeper pick for most people, but you know the potential.
Yeah, I know that nigga. We can find out.
and even Aubrey
Anybody who's sleeping on Munchie and think I'm capping, we can find out. I'll put money up. Y'all can do me and Daniel throw a show, and y'all can do 3 songs each. I'll put money up. His 3 songs are better than y'all 3 songs.
Yeah.
Hit me.
Yeah, and Aubrey King's videos and everything is so professional, and Kari is crazy.
You know why?
Oh, you be shooting for Aubrey King too?
Jedzilla.
Did you shoot the most recent one, the black and white one?
Jed's here, by the way.
Yeah, Jed's actually
That's his camera.
Yeah, that's his camera, and that's Dan's camera.
He got a light right there.
And then that's his light. Yes.
This his shirt. If y'all didn't get the memo, he put this on there before.
Let's talk about Jed. He's been shooting your videos too. He just dropped a video today.
Yeah,
I
I don't really fuck with Jedzilla like that. No, I'm just playing. Jed's the GOAT.
What do I even? So I'll be trying to figure out. People be asking me all the time, like, what are these hats? Because we sell his hats in our store.
What are they?
And it's like, I don't know what do I call it. Do I say they're Jedzilla? Do I say they're Manifest This Motion? Do I say they're unconfirmed?
This shit raw.
So it's kind of like a spin-off. What I was gonna do at first was kind of
come in the can. Come talk to him.
Let me get my hat back because I look cool. But hold on. What I was about to do was
Oh, bro, huh?
let me just pop in for a brief second. So anyway, what I was about to do with these hats was supposed to be on like some soul bin and shit. So I wanted to do. My bad. I wanted to do like by me. So I was gonna come out with a bunch of different shit. I had a bunch of different slogans I had come up with, a bunch of different like logos and stuff like that. And then this kind of just stuck. And then when I came in here, I actually talked to you, and you were like, "Do you have an Instagram page?" And I was like, "Nah." And you were like, "How can people get a hold of you?" And I'm like, "Damn, that's a good point. I never thought this far because I like really just made this shit for me type shit."
That's facts.
And then yeah, ended up coming up with this slogan
That shit
after
raw.
like a little trial and error, and then kind of had like some inspo from a fellow creator, but just did my own twist to it, and then just been dropping different colorways.
So what's the brand actually called?
For this?
Yeah.
Manifested This Motion.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just like its own entity now.
Yeah, bro.
It was under conform resistance. It's like, imagine conform resistance as like a tree. And there's like a bunch of branches out.
Like on some Lyrical Lemonade, like branching out into like all his different size type
exactly.
shit. Okay, I feel it.
Exactly. But yeah, I don't know.
We'll have to get the Jedzilla interview.
Yeah, no, facts. Here, I'll give you this back.
500.
Appreciate it.
500 for an interview?
1,000. After this video, 500,000.
Yeah.
No cap, bro.
After this,
He's gonna
after
get that
this
crowd.
fucking interview, we might have to charge for this. This is a cool setup. This is the
cap.
coolest shit I've ever did.
Yeah, I'm fucking with
this
that.
ain't even nothing crazy, but this should just feel cool.
Some of this
Lights
ain't
on me. I got a
crazy.
Bluetooth
June
mic.
24th, LOL.
Yeah. So let's talk. Yeah. So this will be after.
Sorry,
What
that
if
was a tick.
people are if people are debating listening to your album? Why should they listen to it?
No, that's actually a good question. Let me fix my face.
Like if they're like debating, like why do I care?
Like, why would I want to
Like
listen
why
to
would
this?
I even want to listen?
I would say it's kind of just like y'all listen to all these artists and they at the top. Like Drake was at the bottom at one point.
Started
Like
from the bottom, and now
yeah.
he's there.
Drake the GOAT, by the way. Shout out Drake. But like everybody starts somewhere, so you might as well be one of them first. I know you be seeing them TikToks like, oh, be the first one to be a fan of me before I blow up, like stuff like that. It's always cool to, y'all might as well give me a chance. If I'm asked, turn that shit off. But it's 10 songs on there, a lot of different sounds. It's not just, a lot of people really think I could just rap. Like rah, 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 just like rap. Like, yeah, he's a rapper. But I got some Afro shit on there, like I said. I did some underground shit where I damn near was singing on that bitch a little. Like it's going from all the way from rap, upbeat, like Glow Gang type beats, Trippy Red type shit, all the way over to the Afro. Like, so y'all could really find your poison within the album. And then if you don't, best believe I'm gonna hit it on the next project or I'm gonna hit it on the singles. But that would be my thing. You might have, like, you're not losing nothing from listening to my album. And then once you listen to it, I might turn in your favorite artist.
I'm excited to see how it does because we listened to it yet again today, and just like I was like, damn, like it's a lot of different shit on
A
it.
lot of shit.
The intro is really cool.
The intro going, I think it was like 44 hours in 5 days in the studio. I was in the studio for 44 hours at Red Sea.
In a 5 day span.
Yeah, in
to,
a 5
to
day
finish
shit.
it.
Yeah, literally, I was showing up at like noon I'm there working till midnight. Literally, me and
crazy.
JTC in the booth, literally half asleep. Like, oh damn, all right, we got to finish this shit.
Oh.
You leaving, Dan?
Dan, come say what up in the interview before
Yeah,
you
come
leave.
say what's good, bruh. Come say what's good.
Just come make an
Okay.
appearance real quick.
Okay. Okay, my boy.
Speak your words.
Tell him what we got going on, man. What's good?
What's up, man? My name DanK. I'm with my boy Qmoe. How's the interview going?
I'm not fucking with you. Know him?
Not fucking with the interview?
You know him?
It's Ricky right here.
Oh, Waterwave?
Yeah,
That's what we're doing.
Oh, wait, you're Waterwave?
yeah, you know it.
Okay. Anyway, keep going. My bad, okay. Keep
Nah,
going.
you
keep
good.
going, keep going.
But yeah, we about to go to LA this Friday.
Oh, we are going to. My birthday's on Saturday.
Saturday.
My birthday's Saturday. Yeah, that's why I'm dropping the
June
tape, by the way.
24th?
Yeah, June 24th.
What's
Tweet.
LOL?
What?
What? What's LOL?
He already gave the meaning earlier.
Yeah, but we going to bleep it.
Uh,
Well, wait,
Lost
actually.
on-
Okay, Lost on Life.
Lost on Life.
Yeah, he like I said, he was featuring on the first track. He did give him a little,
Morgan Freeman shit.
get him a little taste, just the first
Like,
line.
hello. That's it.
Ooh!
Just watch it out.
That's too much. They got to go
Just
tap
know on
in.
that first song, that's the one y'all got to press in and then watch them all in order.
But what you been doing?
Me, I'm about to set up this music video shoot over in Lake Calhoun for No Motion. Nah, the first song actually.
Oh, Lost on Life. Oh, yeah, that's the intro.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then after that, I'm going to catch Jed down there with Qmoe and the actors, and then we going to shoot that.
What you got
Like 8
going
to
on?
10.
What you got going on these upcoming weeks?
This Friday, we got not a pool party, just a little back 90s versus 2000s party. Then on
Okay.
Saturday, we got the Yacht Qmoe birthday party.
Rain
at
after
Rain
party.
after. And then we going to take a little breather. Then we busting on the way Wednesday, 4th of July beach party pregame.
Okay, yeah.
Then after we do a little after party after the pregame.
Okay, for
Before
sure.
like gonna do some fireworks and shit, and then turn up. And then when the fireworks is over, we gonna turn up at the after party.
So you just throw like big ass parties?
Motion on motion, you know. So,
I'm just like interviewing you now. My bad.
no, you
But
good.
you throw big ass parties?
Big ass parties, the best of the best in Minnesota.
Okay, for sure. So
there.
why should I come to your party?
Why you should come to my party? Because the reason why my parties are the most entertaining is they're the type of parties where you don't really be on your phone. Like, hey, we lit. You just be like, damn, like.
It's
You
lit.
forget to be on your phone type shit. If you're on your phone, it's because you're recording something that's lit.
So you bring a vibe for real.
Yeah, it's just a vibe. Like,
No egos.
I
no.
feel like compared to other parties, you got a lot of people like wall standing and stuff. Our parties are just vibes. Like,
Oh, bro,
some
trying
people
to be
might say it's a
cool.
little rage, but it's really just let yourself free. Come turn up. Some
Ooh.
people just need to let themselves loose.
Oh, bro.
Be on that LOL shit.
LOL shit.
For real. But hey, I appreciate y'all having me in the interview.
I'm gonna see you.
See you in a bit.
See y'all soon.
All right.
Yeah, man. I don't know how much more I have left to ask you.
Yeah, I don't know if I have nothing really to say. I'm trying to really the music gonna speak for the rest. Cause like I said, how hours in the studio, this not no throw some shit together and do a project. It's real life.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, if y'all not fucking with this tape, really, just might not be a fan of Qmoe. But I think
Everybody should be a fan of Qmoe.
I think niggas gonna fuck with it.
Just fucking with my shirt.
Oh, you got.
All right. Well, is there any? I don't think I really have much more. I think that might be it.
If you could say one thing,
Yeah, you got a question?
if you had to pitch me to Sony Entertainment, how would you pitch it? They're like, okay, yeah,
And I couldn't without playing your music.
we got this.
'Cause, I
No,
mean,
they heard it. They
they
like
heard
the
the
music.
music.
They like the music. So they're like, yo, what can you tell me about this Qmoe kid? I know you're his manager.
Say he's the most hardworking, young, fine gentleman, respectful. He puts more hours in the studio than anybody I know.
Uh-huh.
Besides maybe the engineer that works there.
Okay.
The talent speaks for itself. I know you heard the music, and that's why you're here talking to me right now.
Bro.
And if you're talking $5 million plus, guarantee, with like $1 million advance, maybe that we could, give you back,
Okay.
something like that.
We
like
think about that? 3?
3 years to pay back the mill. We'll take $4 million on top just for the payment.
Okay. And
And
I
then
mean,
we keep all of our exclusives, but you can have a large piece of the pie off of the money it makes. Hey, I'm saying,
I'm trying to get a
just
yeet
make it
deal.
happen.
I need a yeet deal. 2
What was his deal?
projects.
2 projects with
7
10 mil,
mil.
7 mil. I don't know. I think record label deals are like a very, very good thing as long as you just get a good deal.
Yeah, no
Like,
360s.
I don't know whether or not, or you can still like license your shit somewhere else, or like even if it's like shit, like here's a fucking, 2 albums, like give me X amount of dollars for 2 albums, and I'll give you 2 amazing albums, and you basically own those albums. Like that's it's not bad deals too if you're getting 5, like I said, $5-10 million because you know how good this music could be if it gets pushed in the right way.
Bro.
I learned a lot about how much a lot of shit's worth, like from recording stuff. I've had I had a news company asked to use some of our footage from Waterwave's YouTube channel, and they paid a lot for it. Like they used 30. I think they paid like $50 a second.
Oh yeah, you talking about from Wait, who paid for that?
It was like they were doing a documentary on like COVID and
the
riots and like, so I had a lot of footage from like the riots and like just like what just the scenes of like what it looked like with a lot of people out there with masks on, stuff, flowers everywhere, those scenes, and they wanted some of it, and they pay a lot for that type of stuff.
Oh, bro, they do.
Just know your worth in this music industry, this video industry. Like, and I shot that on a $200 vlog camera.
Oh, bro.
Like, it was no 4K, nothing. It was just, they're probably just going to work for what they needed. They just wanted to buy it without the Waterwave logo on the screen.
No cap.
And I was like, shit, well, there you go. And I know plenty of people. There's one guy that's specific, I forget his name, but he came in here and he like said, oh, I sold this, a hard drive or like a USB file of all my footage from the riots and stuff like that, $10,000 a piece to like multiple news channels, and he just mailed them a hard drive of all the footage.
The same footage.
The same footage, like because it wasn't none of it was exclusive, but then they could use his 4K, whatever, 60p or whatever. 60 frames per second, whatever.
Snapchat videos, bro.
I mean, there's some people that could sell shit, but like if you capitalize on,
I was outside.
Capitalize on your skill in this industry, people do pay right for it. So don't be shy. You're worth more than you think.
Some of y'all not.
It depends. You might just be in the wrong industry.
No,
you might just be in the wrong industry because everybody's got a really high ceiling value of worth, but not everybody is a rapper.
Just pulled off of my car.
Damn.
That's cool. He got it.
I'll give it back.
LOL.
But yeah, I think that's it. Any last shout outs? Anything else you want to throw in here?
Lost all life. Industry keep trying to call me. How they get my information? Never drove a range.
Turn off the camera. That's it. We're done. Oh, bro.
I'm good with that too.